Well, I believe it's the people whom they call Hamas. Apparently, they have my property. They are unwilling to give that property to me. They did not shy any regret into the crimes that they have committed. Even like the type of harassment that has happened, it happened 3,300 kilometers away. And the young police officers, to my estimates, are somehow shocked by the situation. Well, usually it's like the situation is that, well, someone arrived, they deliver the property to me living at the fifth stage, being there, well, I get an answer and I move forward with that answer. I have written my plan. I know how things work. I live there. I'm not like overstepping any boundaries. But yes, they have my property. I did request an investigation in that. It has been somehow successful. Apparently, even like if something is successful, they do not like get the feeling of the, it's like, well, job well done. They didn't have that feeling within them. They apparently have additional types and types and types of of some sort of lies that they keep on showcasing. I do not wish to talk in this manner, but apparently the individuals who are some sort of schizophrenic and psychopaths, who basically is like they have some sort of the same thoughts of the 90s, that they see people who have the same looks as me, and what do? They attack them, they say things as well as way more. Apparently the items were sent from the police station who is near the Swedish embassy to the police station in here, and this is during the month of Ramadan in May 2019. After massive efforts, they have my property. I have informed the neighbor in the building, and from that I asked the intervention of the governor. That's the officer at the federal level, and I told the story to the justice minister, to the chief of the Bemorderais police, as well as more. And I worked and I have written to the general. It's like, my case is not closed. I have not seen, but then they need to forward some sort of envy and jealousy through defamation by saying some stuff about me, that I'm unstable, that I'm incapable, that I'm psychopath. Therefore, they're given the opportunity to give them money or the property to other individuals. And it's like to destroy my character, to destroy my reputation. As the counselor said it, it's like they engage in an activity or strategy which is called character assassination. And I've performed all of this, and apparently things happened in this manner. And I've written and I bought things. I have holdings as well as a lot more. However, I'm faced with basically the mafia, and apparently when I requested things to be basically collected from Austria, I ended up basically in this situation. And This is this is extremely abnormal and extremely uncanny. And I wrote and I traveled and I have spoke. Apparently, the justice policy in Algiers, from what I understood and other things, yes, it's like people arrive with my property. Then, because they have done like some sort of a case or some sort, not a case, they have some sort of a delusion that Wilaya 35 sees everything that concerns me. Why? Because of the presence of petrochemical companies. And none of them is my field of interest, basically. And basically, they do not feel the need to tell me any news. Even like, have you seen my son? No. Have you seen a young female under the age of 5? No. Have you seen these individuals who brought me legal compensation? No. And the situation is that because I brought the case to the, well, Court of Human Rights, there have been individuals who do actually commit some sort of acts of revenge, as well as a lot more. Because of, yes. And basically, it's like they are like some sort of criminals through the description, because they have infiltrated the army, the police, the gay in uniform, and other places. I end up calling them a paramilitary organization who have basically so far succeeding at delaying my travel to Vienna or to Austria. Why? To a lot of people believes that Austria is an atheist country, and therefore that I should travel to some country who is friendly to us. Well, many individuals are friendly to me. However, I do not try to cross to Germany any longer. I do not try to go to, well, to Poland because of the embassy treatment over here. Like, I go there, I would like to collect my items, and the situation is bad. Then it's like I have these youth individuals who have some sort of psychopathy. Apparently, well, I have clearly described how my life was in Sweden, the roughness that I faced, and I met with, well, the rich who claim to have this and claim to have that. Apparently, sometimes they tell me it's like, oh, this lady visited you. Well, it's too beautiful for us to show it or to show them to you. Yes, an old skinny person who is like 150 meters who told me this. I just told him there's like a key missing of the house. Just be fearful or be aware. Therefore, they steal all the property directed to me, and they open shops with it, and they open all of other things. I go and I face a woman with some sort of, again, I faced a lot of psychopathic people who decided to make some sort of an illegal seizure. Why it's an illegal seizure? Because I called the lawyer cabinet. I wrote to the ICC. I wrote to the European Court of Human Rights. I wrote to all the right individuals in the planet that I know personally, that I can reach. Then I still face those type of psychopaths. It's difficult to say this to the police because they are somehow needed, but apparently for like hostage taking situations, but like this is the situation, it's like I go, we have your property, but we will not give them to you. Others say yes, and they keep and they keep and they keep on saying this, and apparently there are more people that I know in this city than my family, and apparently, yeah, apparently a corrupt one or two or three or group of corrupt police officers has just inflated basically an international conflict, or like bringing a certain region into a regional war. Yes. Apparently, I told them, it's like, okay, do you have something coming from Norway, like from the Nobel Committee in 2017? No. Why? Because apparently, when I was in Sweden, there are people from a lot of regions. Sweden is an open country, therefore, I met a lot of people studying with them. We talked about studies. Well, yeah, but apparently, it was like I cannot. It's like I didn't fully grasp the situation. The thing is that they have a showcase of Nazism, racism, discrimination directed toward me, while my property is within their hands. The reason why I do have like an insurance that I contacted that I wish to say to them as well. Well, they have not given me anything. I'm trying to be as peaceful as possible. I visited all those places, but apparently, yeah, I just dislike the actions that have happened. And apparently, even when I ask people, it's like, yes, it's like as the Queen of England said in her last trophies, in her last speech, Her Majesty is like individuals going into a trophy hunt. Today, October 15, 2019, and nobody has visited. Nobody has climbed the stairs, and if they were, as I explained in the past, bad things happened to them. And apparently, visitors were hidden, basically under constraints, basically.